So yeah, let's see what we have to start with tonight. Wow, that's just great. We're starting off with a big old failure. It's right in the middle there. God Run, perfectly centered. So this is going to be a fail. We'll try it twice. It's not going to go well, but we'll try it. Let's see, we got Paul there, Laura, George. So a God Run is a perfect game, no damage, no counselors, no kids die, no counselors die, nobody takes damage, whether it's an active counselor or a passive counselor. And that is not a great setup here. Chrissy, Mark, all right. Yeah, this is not gonna go well, but we get two tries. So if I fail it once, we get a second try. And with how long this one can take, hopefully this doesn't take the entire night. Because if I get like to day 3 or something like that, we could be doing like 2 challenges on the night. But if I could pull a casual God Run out, that would be amazing. So yeah, we can only use stones, no items. Just us versus Jason. I did find a waiting section in Streamlabs, because I was poking around trying to see if I could make a second wheel for hybrid challenges. And according to what I was able to find, apparently Stream Elements has a wheel spin you can do. But when I went and looked at that, there, I couldn't find anything on their site about a wheel. So I don't know if I was just looking in the wrong place, but I'd like to have a separate wheel entirely for hybrid challenges, so I can take some of them out that don't really fit well with the hybrid challenge. Because there's some that just don't work well if you're pairing them with the second one. Hey Snywat, well, if I'm even close to pronouncing that, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I think I saw that. I was watching Jason and I didn't quite catch that as well as I should have. That was close. Got to be really cautious on these. Alright, we want to make sure we are on the right side of the screen when he runs off here. That way we can get further down here and get another fight. That's the key to these. If you can string together a bunch of path fights, this will go a lot faster. I think we got 3 left. Sit on the right side of the screen and boom. Thanks for the good luck, Pops. Oh, no. I shouldn't have done that. That was my fault. Yeah, casual God Run should not be something that gets put together. I'm sitting there, I'm trying to follow along with things and not watching as closely as I should. So that's completely on me. This is what? Is this? George? No, this isn't the same setup. We'll take Chrissy again. I mean, that's actually probably good. One of the two is out of the way already. So now even if this one goes into day 3, we'll still have time for something else. Oh, that's right, avatars. Was in such a rush to get this going, I forgot to load up stream avatars. Hey Vegas, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Thanks for the good luck. Happy pre-Thanksgiving. The pre-eaten donuts that Harold shares with that rabbit. Come on, load up stream avatars. Load up. I got down here so late that I forgot to load up stream avatars. Sorry about that. They should be... Let's see. Yep, they are on. So next time people talk, their avatar should pop up. There we go. See, Jason was not on the forest route. Oh, I didn't know that. That's a... I didn't even know the horror facts I have popping up here. I had no idea Heather Langenkamp's final audition for the best final girl in history was on a Friday the 13th. So we're going to assume Jason is headed this way. And we're just going to wait right here. Just because he might be too far ahead. Come on. Don't make me keep playing Jump the Zombie. Okay, he must have started in the top right. Either that or he ran or I came through at the wrong time as he was leaving. Oh, yep, I did. So I ran through as he was leaving the cave and backdooring into here. We have anyone... Oh yeah, Mark's in a good position. We're fine. Actually, maybe we're not. I've only got till 43 seconds. Okay, we made that. That is the only time it's good, like, Mark's growing will save the day. It was really lucky zombie spawns there. Incredibly lucky that one I didn't fly into one, but I had 1 second before Jason flew across the lake there. You can pick, it does let you pick your avatar, but unless you've specifically selected something, it's random. There's you can do ! avatar to change it, or if there's one you know is there that you specifically want, I can change it there. Unfortunately, with how YouTube has it set up, you have to do it all with text. With Twitch, it lets you use panels, and people can just go to the panel and select it that way. But you have to do, like, avatar, what you want to change it to. There's an ! avatars command, but that's too long, and there's too many avatar names for it to display. So if to get that to work, I have to get rid of a bunch of avatars. So, but if there is something specific that you know is in there, I can change them manually. I know there's a way to do that. I did it last week. How did I do that? No, I want the people that are... I want the active people. Where is the button? Collision, no. How did this work? There's my mouse. What am I doing? I'm drawing. No, I want the people that are here. Gift, quick access. How did I do that? For that, you just have to do ! avatar and whatever counselor you want. It's just like Mark, Chrissy, Paul, Debbie, George, Laura. Those ones, most of them are just their straight up name, but the Final Fantasy IV ones have a weird prefix. Yeah, for that, it's just ! avatar and whatever counselor you want. Hey, Underground, welcome in on Twitch. With a space. How did I switch those? Oh, there it is. Okay. I got it. I have to right click. It's like here. Oh, it's on a different page. It's like here we could go like that and hit refresh and it'll change to George. Oh, perfect. That's actually the random one I had picked. So I do know how to change those now. I just have to remember to right-click on the person. Like, I know this is possible. I did it last week. Oh, geez. And I bumped into the zombie. Got too aggressive. So that is a big old fail. let's get to the next one. If we get God Run again, we just re-roll. Diet Debbie, all right. So this is one that was suggested by Pops. We basically, you can only use Debbie, and we have to make sure we have 9 vitamins or more by the end. Yeah, the Final Fantasy VI ones, it's like FFIV-Kane, but I can just do this manually if I can find Kane. Where is Kane? There it is. It's only for avatars that are actually loaded in Stream avatars. There's so many that they have. But I've been trying to limit the amount that I make available just because I'd like it to be able to all be listed. But yeah, for the Final Fantasy VI, it's FFIV- and the character's name, and there's like Samus, there's Cloud, well, Cloud 2, Kefka, Terra. I wish that it would give me a little more text. Because I'd like to be able to have them all displayed on YouTube, but unfortunately it won't give me that option. We actually don't care about this counselor. We will let them die. We are going to go over here and grab this vitamin, though. We want the vitamin. We also want that vitamin. Alright, so we've got 2 vitamins already. Whoops. That was close. Who's even attacking? Way up there. Okay, so he's gonna be in the cave loop. This is no problem. It's just straight up Kefka for that one. You don't, that one doesn't have the prefix. Oh, of course, the 3rd vitamin's way back here. I actually do want to be careful. I want to try to run through the forest while it's light out. Don't want to have to deal with any of those wolves. Jump, jump. Little Debbie versus Hostess. I always liked the Little Debbie donut sticks. I was more of a Little Debbie fan than Hostess. Already got the key. Oh, we'll grab it again. I didn't get the first note. Wait, I did? Did I? Oh, I did. I didn't think I got the first torch note. Alright, so we know there's a vitamin here. This is going to be in reverse and probably a big problem, but I'm going to try to go through and grab these vitamins in a way I normally wouldn't. Because the forest is where you can get 6 vitamins in the forest. Is it 6 or is it 7 actually? I think it might be 7. So we want to take full advantage of our time here in the forest. Well, I mean, I'd like to... Oh, there we go. I've still got 3 extra... No, I think there's 3 more in the overworld section, too. Maybe 4. I don't remember if I picked up one by the... There's potentially one between... I think I got the one by the large cabin just south of the dock. Okay, I have no idea where I am now. I used to have Little Debbie donut sticks every day for my lunch in 8th grade. It was amazing. Okay, so we've already got 9. And we let 2 counselors die. But we've got 9 vitamins now. Did I get this one already? certainly looks that way. There are 2 more over here. We'll get those and then we'll just go back to the lake. This will be at least 11 vitamins. And that should be good, even if my mashing is terrible on the paths. This should be more than enough to finish the game, to finish this one. I'm not sure if the Avatars is actually a third-party program, so that shouldn't do anything as far as like Twitch or YouTube go. It might improve chat metrics, actually. I don't know if chat metrics are a thing on YouTube, but that definitely could. I'm not sure if YouTube does anything with if like it's just likes, or if it's if like the amount of things going through chat makes a difference. I'd assume it would, but that's something I've never actually looked at. Most of the stuff I've seen on YouTube isn't about, like, a lot of people don't worry about live streams, they just do long form. And I like live streams. Uh-oh. He's in the forest. Can only be Jason in the woods. Ooh, hold on a second. I like it. Where's my notes? Want to make a note of that right now. Both Mark and Chrissy. Alright, I will probably do that. I usually like to take a week to kind of plan out, or like route that one in my head. So I'll probably try to get to that one next week. Oh, Laura and George died. Oh no. Hey Clyde, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. So yeah, let me make sure I've actually saved that in the file here. Hansel and Gretel can only be Jason in the woods with both Mark. So, is there any limitations to, like, does it have to be both of them, or are they the only 2 counselors that are allowed to be used? Like, I mean, so like you can only do combat in the woods with Jason. So that is really interesting. So you have to make sure you're getting him in the woods quick enough before he gets to the kids. Hey Taz, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Oh, hey sweetie, you going to bed? What are you doing? Are you dancing?
No.
Oh, thank you. I forgot that upstairs.
I'm a turkey.
You're a turkey?
Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Happy birthday.
Yep, our dog Freddy's 4th birthday is tomorrow.
On Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's a Thanksgiving, well, he wasn't born on Thanksgiving, but it happens to be on Thanksgiving this year.
When was he born?
He was born on November 27th, 2021.
When was that?
I don't know what day of the week that was.
Mommy, what was it? Let's go to sleep. No.
Yeah, we've got a very busy weekend. We're gone tomorrow, and then we're gonna be gone all weekend. Yep.
Let's go, sweetie.
All right, love you, baby.
Mwah.
You sleep good, okay? See you tomorrow.
Mama.
Love you. They say happy Thanksgiving. Not sure if that one came through, but she yelled happy Thanksgiving also. Alright, so can only use only combat in the woods, and they're the only 2 we can use. Alright, saving that. Alright, we are all good for a new one next Next week. Harold Ramis, why do I know that name? I keep thinking something from Ghostbusters. There is. That is called, we have an all items one. And then there was and also the much more miserable camp cleanup, where instead of getting I just had to get one of every item. I had to get so like all 14 vitamins, all 12 knives. Since I was an idiot, I made myself get 6 flashlights. And 6 flashlights is a big problem. Hey Honor, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. But yeah, the all items isn't too bad. I only got to get 1 flashlight. But camp cleanup, well, that one makes Immortal look short. Like camp cleanup is at least an hour, so that one isn't a very good wheel challenge. This is actually really nice. So we're just gonna wait right here. Because ideally, I like to have challenges be a little shorter than that. I mean, I still put Immortal and Stone Only on here, but... Alright, so we're just gonna hang out here again. He's gonna leave that cabin and come back. Now we're gonna go this way. Debbie is chugging along. She is running as fast as her legs can carry her. There we go. This will be the end of day 2. There we go. Didn't even have to use a vitamin. So we've got 2 vitamins in the queue at least. Okay. Egon Spengler. So it was Ghostbusters. I don't know how I connected that to Ghostbusters, but... Damage from every enemy at least... At least once. I'm gonna make a note of that one here. I don't know if that would necessarily have much difficulty to it, but I want to think on that one a little bit, because there could definitely be something there. As on the surface, it feels like it might be really basic, but with a lot of these, I go into it thinking that, but then there ends up being something that pops up while I'm trying to route it, then like, oh, this is gonna be really something. Like the thing with the one with the woods that popped out right away is you're very limited into how many you only have a certain number of fights before you can actually beat Jason. Like you've got to get to him in the woods, and oh wow. Yeah, that would be really rough, because you'd have to have the torch. That one is going to be really difficult. Because you're not gonna have much time to kill him before he kills all the kids. Ooh, that might end up being almost seed dependent. I'm getting really excited for that now. I forgot where he was. I think we go this way. So let's actually, no, I don't want to. This isn't the time to see about how a potential hitless path fight works on day 3. Actually, yeah, it is, because we'll have a cabin fight here. You can get into fighting the cabins in the woods. He does go into those. Yeah, that doesn't work. But we got a 10 spot. Yeah, you can definitely find him in the cabins in the woods. It's always fun to run in there and be like, oh, look who's here. But yeah, that one, you've got to be right. Like, the South Forest will definitely, Oh, actually, because he doesn't even go into the forest on the cave route. I'm sitting here thinking about this while fighting Jason here. Because on the cave route, he doesn't go into the forest at all. So that's a free 5 kids right there. So he only starts on the forest route 25% of the time. And when he starts on the forest route, he skips the South Forest entirely. He's going right up to the North Forest. So you'd have to have a seed where he is starting in the bottom, like in the bottom middle of the map. Ideally where he's got someone blocking him in one of the cabins while you go through and you get your torch and everything. Then you'd have to go wait for him in the forest. Try to get day 1 done in the North Forest. Then day 2 would start. He would go through, he'd kill the kids, he'd go around. You couldn't fight him again because he's on the cave route. He'd kill the kids again, and you'd have 5 kids left. You'd have to get him in the South Forest, and then get him and fully kill him again in the North Forest before he gets back to the kids. Oh yeah, the stalactites, those are in the forest too. A cabin in the woods fight. A lot of that is going to depend on how close you are. Like if your counselor with the torch starts in a place that they can't reach the forest quickly enough, you wouldn't be able to catch him in one of those cabins. Hey Jacob, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time this week tinkering with that in my head to see if there's a viable way to do that. Because if you didn't have to worry about the kids, it would be fine. You can just kind of wait, but actually no! Fights to the death. Fights to the death might be the trick. I don't even know where Jason is right. Oh, he's right here. Fights to the death could be the key. How would that necessarily work? You'd have to have a seed. Oh. Wait. Maybe you want him to start in the cave route. Actually, no. I'm so busy trying to think about how this works that I'm not really I mean, it's good I can do the... I don't think I got hit there. Maybe I got hit from that. I don't think I did. But I like the fact that I can apparently just be completely somewhere else. There we go. Okay, so let's... Now that he's finally dead, we've burned the turkey. If he starts on A, we're already down to 10 kids. No, that wouldn't work. He'd have to start on B. So he'd have to start... That's gonna be rough, trying to... Because you'd have to basically wait for a seed where he's hitting someone on the forest route right away. Thanks for the GG's, Brawly, Pops, Prodigious, Jeremy. So yeah, let's see. You start... Yeah, that would be... Oh, I don't know how that would work. You'd need to do... Because... I can't reset for a better seed on challenges. But if he attacks the kids, he's going to be killing an entire batch of 5, so you only have 3 loops around the map. So if he starts in the if he starts on the forest route, there's a 25% chance. You would need him to start there, and you need to have a counselor that can keep him busy while you get the torch. Then you'd have to get the torch, kill everybody else off except for 2 people, so you'd have your fight to the death. And you'd have to have all that done before he kills off, before he gets up to the North Forest. If he does that, you finish day 1 in the North Forest on a fight to the death. He goes through, he kills 5 kids, so you're down to 10. Then he's on A, he doesn't go through the forest at all in the cave route, so you're down to 5 kids. Then you have to wait in the South Forest for him to go through after that, fight to the death, then you have to get to the... Okay, that is... Oh! I'm actually thinking about this in terms of the wheel. If it's not a wheel challenge, I can reset for seed. That it would not be a viable challenge for the wheel, but it is a viable challenge overall. Okay. I'm gonna make a note of that here so I don't forget about it and confuse myself later. Okay. We're good. Sorry for that stream of consciousness there. But yeah, so we'd have to reset for a specific, not necessarily one setup only, but we need to have Jason on the forest route, and he'd need to be attacking someone in either the bottom middle cabin or the cabin on the right. So yeah, if I've got that right in my head, that should work. No Map, one of my favorites. So I think that will work. I'll reset before we start this. Yeah, we've got, he'll finish off 5 kids to start day 2, if that setup works out well. Then we'll be down to 5 kids left on once day 2 starts. Because you'll finish day 1 before he kills any kids. Then in day 2, you'd have to wait for him to go all the way around. Holy buckets. Welcome in, Owl. Thank you so much for the raid. How's your stream? What were you up to?
Dropped a bus of 6 people off a camp.
Ugly Owl is the leader of the Owl Pack. Why is this not working? There we go. What were you up to tonight? Hey, Heart Prestige. Welcome in, Colorama. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I love that Terrence and Phillip emote. I don't love my chair. My chair is way too loud. Yeah, hope you had a good stream. We are doing some wheel challenges here tonight for Friday the 13th. We've got a no map, But first we're discussing a new challenge idea, trying to kind of route it out in my head where you can only fight Jason in the forest. And trying to figure out how to viably do that before he kills all the kids. World record for WrestleMania, I played that one so much when I was younger. Like the original where it was like Andre the Giant and they were really big and blocky. Rainbow Road is one of the best courses, and I still think that might be my favorite course in all of the Mario Kart games, the SNES Rainbow Road. Welcome in, Rocker. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Okay, good. We do have I was gonna say, I have to have a frog avatar there. Welcome in, Drunk. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh, yes, a lot of people hate LJN. I'm a big fan. Friday the 13th, Jaws, Nightmare on Elm Street. That's all they need. Oh, Mario Kart 64. I've never played the Rainbow Road on that one. Yeah, let's, okay, gotta... Actually, I didn't need to do that yet. For no map, I'm not allowed to look at the map. So I can go into cabins, but I can't pull up the map and swap. This is a lot about figuring out where Jason is relative to the start. I've never played Bill and Ted. Oh, the Mario Kart 64 is more forgiving? Does Rainbow Road not have sides on that one? One time when I was a kid, I was very proud of myself. I beat Rainbow Road on the Super Nintendo just using my feet. But I mean, I was just driving straight, falling off a ledge because I couldn't turn, and then having the Lakitu put me down facing the right direction. But I did technically beat Rainbow Road using just my feet. It just was not pretty. Never played Maximum Carnage either. Oh, it has walls? Okay. So yeah, definitely more forgiving than the Super Nintendo one. And I'm pretty sure he is going to be in the bottom left corner of the cave loop. Just based on how long it took him to attack someone there. But we're also not allowed to look at the map. So I can go swap to someone else in a cabin, but I have to look down when I do it. Not George. Not Mark. Not Paul. Okay, it's Debbie. There we go. Good. I'm gonna try to leave this cabin to see if I'm right. I think if we're not door blocked, I think this will be the cave, and it'll likely be the bottom left corner of the cabin in the cave route. In the cave. Yep. Okay, so we know he is in the cave route. So we're gonna grab that vitamin I said. Yeah, it's once you've done this enough, you can kind of get a rough idea of how long it takes for that initial buzzer to go off. So it's like, okay, the buzzer took that long, which tells me that he's didn't hit someone in the top right corner. If it's the top right corner, he's got there's a 50-50 chance of him starting outside of the cave loop. And it's about 17-18 seconds if he's attacking someone in the top right corner of the cave route. So that's kind of how I'm able to differentiate those. Hey Target, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I'm forgetting what day it is again. Oh, wow, fight to the death already. Okay, so he was on the cave. He's going into the forest. I love no map. Never played Captain America either. Okay, so Chrissy's way over here. We are not going to be able to beat him into the South Forest, but we should be able to beat him right here. So now we'll just chill here for a little bit. That's the wrong way. Hey, Stuff, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yeah, usually... Well, it's always that, like, I never get to really go live earlier in the day. It's always later at night after the kids go to sleep. And it was a later start than the new normal tonight. This is no map for... I was sitting there thinking for a second it was no cabin. Yeah, I'm definitely glad things worked out to go tonight, because we're going to be gone all weekend, so odds are I won't be back till next week, Wednesday, when we do another Friday the 13th night. Look at the monitor via a mirror. How would I'm trying to think if I could get a mirror down here like that. Oh, thanks, Brawley. Play with the chair, like stand behind the chair?
Welcome to God's country.
Oh, thanks for the follow. Oh, I have done upside down controller before. That one I should try to put that on the wheel at some point, but I need a separate controller camera. Cause it's like when I did the actual recorded challenge for that, I think I had a separate camera, like a hand cam. Come back here. There we go. I do kind of like, if I could, I'd have to try to find a big enough mirror where I could like turn and face the other direction and still see the mirror. Oh. Okay, I know exactly. He's got to be... Alright. Second small cabin on the outer loop. Because he attacked this cabin. We met him down the road here. I think this is where we ended day 2. And then he'll just start going this way and he'll be right in here. Blindfolded, PGH has actually tried routing that. And it has to be done with, it would have to be done with the race ROM, because you need to know where you are, at least to begin with. And with how many RNG seeds there are, you couldn't just do it with a set one. But he did get, I think, was it up to day 3 on the race ROM blindfolded? I'm trying to think, we have like a floor, giant mirror that my wife used to, that was my wife's, that's in my daughter's room now, but it weighs like, it's one of those mirrors with like jewelry box, like jewelry storage inside of it. And that thing weighs like 100 pounds, and my oldest daughter actually uses it. So I don't think that would be viable to bring down here. I'm trying to think if there's some other way I could do that without risking a broken mirror on my floor. Because the carpet down here that came with the house is unfortunately like shag carpeting, and it's very difficult to clean if anything gets in it. Like the amount of cat hair I used to have to vacuum out of this stuff was just miraculous. I do have a couple Jason masks. I'd actually... How'd that work? I can't wear the Jason mask without taking off my... I have to take off my glasses to wear them. Like right now, I can see words in chat. If I squint, I can read Jason's name. But if I don't squint, his name just looks like a blob. Oh wow, this is messed up. I had no idea my eyes were that bad. That's so much better. But yeah, I have a really nice PVC mask. Actually, I have the retro Jason mask too. But I'd have to take off my glasses for that. Let's see if I can, just for craps and giggles, let's see if I can do this without my glasses on. Okay, I can see enough of a blob of purple where this shouldn't be a problem. I can sort of make out the teal, and I think just based on the fact that I see something so high up, it looks like he's got the machete. Actually, yeah, this would be the second cabin fight, so that would be the machete. But yeah, I could definitely wear one of my masks and take my glasses off. Oh, that's so much better. I mean, I did just get these, was it 3-4 months ago I got a new prescription? That is the worst, accidentally grabbing a knife and downgrading your torch. I actually have to be careful because that could happen right here. Oh wait, no, I forgot I needed to keep. Oh good, caught up to him. Alright, there we go. Unless I looked at the map and I didn't remember looking at the map, we are 2 for 3 tonight. Can only move with a zombie on screen. I like that. Let me copy and paste that one here. That is, it causes enough problems with, like, well, I shouldn't say problems, but it throws enough of a wrench in things. Thanks for the GGs, Brawly, Jeremy, Prodigious, Pops, Target, Vegas. But yeah, that's something that it wouldn't be too easy, but it would definitely, I mean, I'd probably give it like a green challenge if it was on the wheel, but that is definitely, actually that might be harder than that, because just the muscle memory. Oh. And, like, you always have to have a zombie on the screen. But, like, well, I guess for it'd probably be most, well, no. Like, if you leave a cabin and come back out, you'd have to wait for a zombie to pop up. And if you let too many zombies pop up, then you get a crow to spawn and you lose. Hey Tommy, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. So you have to be really careful about how many zombies you're cycling through while you're walking around on the overworld map, because if you hit too many, then a crow's gonna come out, and a crow ruins the challenge. So that is really interesting. It's one of those things where, like, the more you think about it, the more there is to it than what initially appears on the surface. Let me make sure I've got that saved in here. My favorite kill in the franchise is Adrian from Jason X, the dry ice. Oh yeah, we haven't had Immortal yet tonight. We did have God Run. Hopefully it's not Immortal or Stone Only. Last One Standing. Almost had Immortal. Alright, so for Last One Standing, we're letting the seed decide who is our last one standing. Wherever Jason starts, the counselor that is furthest away from him is the one that dies. I mean, that lives. Hey Phoenix, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. How do I keep forgetting the day? I don't know if I've seen those. Are those, like, fan films, or? Hey, Breath, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. How did I just forget that again? Okay, so we got Chrissy here. It's gonna be George, isn't it? Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait for Jason to attack someone first. Oh, Vera? Alright, so we're just gonna hang out here. Yep, Julius is in part 8. He gets his head punched off. Alright, come on, Jason. I really want to know who's our last one standing here. Could you just attack someone, please? Alright, there we go. It is George. So George and Laura, toast. Mark, not looking good for Mark. So far it's Paul. No Debbie. It is definitely Paul is our last one standing today. So yeah, we can let everyone else die. I mean, Laura's gonna move by the time Jason gets over there, but we'll just let him keep doing his thing. Yeah, it's really actually... Oh, okay. Yeah, I've definitely never seen that one. I don't think, that'd definitely be a fan film then, because I don't think they had an official movie with Elias, did they? Yep, it's time for the pulverizer. Hardest challenge, definitely the God Run. I've only done that one once, and I will probably never get it again. That's a perfect game with only stones. Hey, Tech Guy, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Alright, actually, let's grab the vitamin here. So now we know Paul is our last one standing. We're gonna get his torch. And then we're gonna make sure that this is the... I'm getting a note. That's not right. Yeah, Vic killing Joey because of a candy bar. Just absolute insanity. Alright, I know Jason was headed this way, but... Okay. I like how they use that to kind of put him into the story. This one we won't be getting this. We won't need the sweater for last one standing. Well, that one's kind of it'd be very similar to how full participation was set up. Only you're changing the order. Like you're making it be specific ones every day. So that could kind of almost be like a variant of full participation. I'm sorry, Chrissy. She was still in it even though she was just ahead. That would have probably terrified me when I was younger. Yeah, well, a lot of these, like, the bulk of these aren't legitimate categories for the game. They're just challenges that I do, that I've had suggested over the years. Where is... He's in the forest now. He was in the cave before. Don't worry, kids, the pulverizer is here. We're gonna be making some burnt Jason turkey. because it's Thanksgiving Eve. Notice how Paul's lovely teal shirt... Wait, huh? Actually, is that the same color blue as Jason's mask? I think Jason's mask might be a little bit different. Or maybe they're... No, I think... Jason's teal matches Debbie, doesn't it? And Paul's a little more blue. Oh, Tommy has kids in those too. Yeah, they're definitely older then. I would like to see them I know they never will once the official Friday movies come back, but I'd love to see, like, at least a reference to where some of the final girls are today. Mainly Ginny and Chris. And Tina. We already know what happened to Alice. Alright, we are going to go this way. Where's my vitamin? There it is. And Jason will eventually be coming out over here, so we're just gonna chill in this spot. We'll get our fight to the death here. Yeah, that one could pop up. I've got the NES Advantage right over there, so I can easily grab it if we get it. Oh, that's right, this is a fight to the death. I'm like, why isn't he running away? Uh-oh. That was really close to losing a vitamin. Oh, that one that's a... Nothing But Jason is basically just a stone only. Because you have no way of getting any other weapons. Oh, perfect. Jason's gonna run right into us here. Because you weapons spawn after you kill a certain number of zombies and then jump. Or, well, in the case of the machete, it just spawns after 60. But, like, in order to get anything else to spawn, you've got to kill George's 2, Chrissy and Mark are 3, Laura's 5, and Debbie, Paul, and... Well, Debbie and Paul are 4. There we go. Oh yeah, Rob Dyer. I would like to hear more about what happened with Ginny. She was my favorite of the Friday Final Girls. Thanks for the GG's Brawly, pups. Yeah, I think we got time to try another one here. Gotta get an early start tomorrow, but... Oh, I already did that one. I'd like to do it again. Finally, we're starting to see no map here. Why did I spin again? Why did I do it? CJ Graham would be a great Elias. Thanks for the GG's Target. I shouldn't have spun again. Shouldn't have done it. This is a bad idea. This horrible idea, should not have done it. I just jumped over the zombie. That was the easiest part of the run. Okay. We can do this. We're just gonna go like this. Keep this hand away from the jump button. There we go, when Kevin was babysat by Laura. Alright, George, Mark. We're doing it again, we're holding the controller like this. That's not the cave. Ooh, the water heater crapped out? You don't... Having warm water to, like, shower with is something that you really take for granted until you don't have it anymore. You're like, oh, how do I go without this? Come on, George. Die faster. Thanks for the good luck, Pops. All right, here we go. Gotta be really careful not. Uh-oh. Oh, this is actually fine. Oh, no. That's right, he runs off. I was like, oh, I'm gonna fight to the death. I'll just try to mash a couple bars down. It doesn't work that way. Alright, now we gotta run to the kids. I'd like to do this without any of the kids dying. Why am I stopping? We're gonna get hit by Jason anyway. Here he comes, 43 seconds. Alright, now we're in a fight to the death. So I believe is that only one bar? There's no way I could have got 2 bars on him before he ran off there. But it looks like that's 2 bars. Oh well, it's 160 from full health in a cabin. Unfortunately, you can't do all of that with just rocks on a path, so you have to do this in cabins because you can't get any weapons without jumping. So this is basically constant fights to the death in cabins. And you could do this without fights to the death, but it would take hours waiting for him to go and, well, and maybe you could chase him down and try to do path fights without jumping to speed it up a little bit, but that would still be very long. Hey Steven, welcome in. Thanks for the good luck. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh, I didn't know that command existed. You'd think I would, since I have the program and everything, and I use it, but... Jason took all the furniture. Well, hopefully it sounds better now. Don't like it when things sound bugged. Yeah, but we got a very busy weekend coming up ahead. We're gone tomorrow, then we're going completely out of town till Sunday. And then that's when the real misery begins. We come back Sunday. My oldest daughter has dance practice. Monday night they have, they're in the village parade for the dance team. Then Wednesdays are like the only day we're gonna have free for, oh, maybe next week Saturday will be open. But she's got a competition on Sunday that's apparently, they have like several thousand people that go to this competition, and the parking is really bad, so you have to park like a mile away and take a shuttle to get to the place. And I struggle when I'm in a room with 10 people, and being crammed in a high school gym that's filled to capacity is not going to do, it's not going to be good. Way too many people, but then when that's done, it's effectively, we've got like all month in January, basically every weekend except for maybe one, we have dance competitions or cheer competitions, and the next couple months are going to be absolutely brutal. But then when January's over, we're just down to cheer. We don't have, my oldest daughter's dance season is done. And after January, they'll hopefully start being a little more free time during the week. Because I'd really like to get back and, like, go back to finish the Resident Evil 1 and 2 retro achievements, or at least the basic ones. Yeah, I don't know how he figured out she was missing that quickly, because... How long? Yeah, 4, there was 2, and the difference between 2 and 4 was like 2 days. Or something like that. So he must have just known, okay, there's a bunch of people that died here. My sister was one of them, or she's missing. Why? Okay. And we still got Mark, so that's fine. If I screw this up, but there's no reason I should be getting hit on day 1. Alright, there we go. We're back in the swing of things. Because Jason's swinging. There we go. Chrissy's alive. We're good. The GameCube Resident Evil is, it's incredible. That's the remake. It is, that game, at least to me, I mean, I grew up playing the original Resident Evil, but the GameCube remake just adds so much to the game. Hey Ghost, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yeah, they don't have dance on Wednesdays, but they had dance Monday and Tuesday, and they would have dance again tomorrow if it wasn't Thanksgiving. Like, it's basically, they're effectively not allowed to do anything that isn't dance. Where was he? Is he in the forest or the cave? Where was Debbie? I'm gonna pick Mark this time, just on the off chance that he is going into the forest and he runs into Chrissy in a cabin. Wait, this is no jumping. I almost jumped. Okay, we're just gonna sit here. I can't jump here. I almost jumped over that zombie. Not only does cheer take up a lot of time, but it is really, really expensive. Okay, so he was over there. Like, the place my youngest daughter goes to right now, like that, for like 6 months, it costs so much. But thankfully, she does want to go into the middle school team my oldest daughter's on. So that's a lot less expensive. Alright, so here we go, another hour and a half of cabin fight. Yeah, I mean, it is, and like in where we live, like our football team almost won state, but dance is still bigger than football here. Like, it's just even making the dance team in middle school it's such a big honor. She was so excited. She worked really hard to get the skills she needed to. Like, they actually had an elementary school dance team in the village that she stopped doing because she wanted to go to do a more fancy, expensive one that would actually teach her what she needs to know to get to the middle school team. Okay, we're gonna try moving over here a little bit. Oh, jeez, I just remembered how bad day 3 gets. At least you can see his health bar. But day 3 is going to be absolute misery. And we're almost even on health. Ooh, got a triple. Slow down. You go fast, it takes longer. This is basically just going to be a repeat. This is basically just day 3. Let's not do that. There you go, snuck in an extra. Almost hit a triple. Let's go. Jeez, he's not even half dead yet. Why did I put this on the wheel? Yeah, Mark's original name, there was a beta version of the... Well, I don't know if it's a beta, but it was an early version of the game where they had a... It was like a back cover art, and Jason looked kind of like he was made out of paper with the way he was standing, and Mark's name was Tommy. Ooh. Really don't want to lose Chrissy here. Can we just go swap quick with Mark? Jason's not even half dead yet, and I am half dead. Sorry if I'm not paying close enough, very close attention to chat right now. I don't want to get hit here again. So I'm trying to be extra cautious. At least on day 3, he has the same speed, so it's not as bad. Yeah, the paper Jason look as I look back over there. The paper Jason, it looked really interesting. I mean, I like this graphic style better, but that version of the game had what looks like in the bottom left of the map, there's like some trees on this, but in that one it looked like a graveyard. And they had some extra items. There was like a whistle and a cross. It's like, I'd really like to know what their plans were for those things and what was going to happen in the graveyard. Like, was the graveyard just there to explain why the zombies were there? Like, I mean, the cave loop has the cave. Was there biscuits? So it's like, what were they going to do with that graveyard? I'm assuming the cross would have had something to do with the graveyard. Maybe you could go into like a mausoleum there or something. I'm guessing the whistle would have something to do with like if maybe I don't know if there was ever a beach in that version or if there was just a dot going to the lake, but like what the whistle would have been for, the cross. I think there was one other item in that. I'd have to go check the unused assets for the graphics, but I thought there were 3 that they didn't end up using. Alright, 20 hits. Still 20. 19. 18. 17. 16. That's more like it. Keep doing that. Alright, that's 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. I didn't throw the rock. Alright, one more day. Playing Jason in a NES game would have been really interesting. Yeah, I think like we've got... I think it'd have to be like one of those fancy... What do you call them? IPS patches or something like that that could increase the size of the file. But if I ever learned how to do like enough coding where I could make a ROM hack, that would be the first thing I did. Then I'd have to try to figure out how to make Jason go into the graveyard and try to find something to do there. That could be the light down here. We've got some, well, just, yeah, we got what are they called? Dimmable lights down here. I have some bigger lights that I should really put up to make the lighting better, but they hurt my eyes. Yep, no weapon upgrades. Hey Gordon, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Alright, I think... Yep, perfect. Actually, we're just gonna run. We're going straight through. I gotta make sure I don't jump. We're fine taking a few hits with Mark. Alright. Gotta get ready here. This is the painful part. It'll start about halfway through day 3. I'm gonna start feeling it right in here on my hand. And that's when this challenge becomes really difficult, when you start missing hits, because you got to do 160 hits on this. Oh, the ghost overlay, okay. Yeah, that's Helena. She's our mascot. Alright, here we go. We still have Mark as a backup. Given how terribly these have been going, we're probably gonna need him, so maybe I should switch to him now. Yeah, I like that. If Mark dies, we've still got Chrissy, and Chrissy can survive. Okay, so he's to the left. Oh, he's not. There we go. Alright, 159 to go. If I didn't need to do so many, I'd try to start doing some long dodges here just to speed it up a little bit. Because with the long dodge, you have 4 frames, so 1/15 of a second to time your dodge, and if you do it right, both of his punches will miss you. But it's also... it's much more likely that you're going to be off on that timing and get hit. And since I need to do another 150 of these without dying, it's really not worth that risk. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool things you can do with Street. Maybe this weekend, I doubt I'll have time, but maybe if I have enough time after the kids go to bed. I thought there was a thing you could do in Stream Avatars with like a raid boss fight, and I want to make Jason as a raid boss there, and then I can upload the counselors and everything to the Steam Workshop, and other people that have Stream Avatars that like Friday the 13th could use those if they wanted. But I'm guessing that's probably just me that cares about that stuff. Because I had to add the Friday the 13th counselors to Stream Avatars myself. They didn't, like, they weren't pre-made sprites that someone else had uploaded already. Uh-oh. Missing dodges. I mean, missing counterattacks. Wonder if it'd feel better if I started trying to do right dodges here, but that just feels so wrong. Like, I know a right dodge is no difference functionally, it's the exact same thing. But I always did left dodges as a kid. So I'm very used to doing a left dodge, and it feels unnatural to do one to the right. Which is part of why I make myself do those in no moving left, even though the no moving left is technically just for the overworld. Like, I could still cycle through to the left with, like in cabins or whatever, I still choose not to just because. Yeah, Jason would be really easy to beat in rock, paper, scissors. He'd always throw a rock, but then if you pulled out if you did paper, he'd probably just stab you with the scissors. Much like how Michael killed Halloween's best final girl, Rachel Carruthers. That's right, I am not a fan of Laurie Strode. Having two people fighting Jason would be really interesting. Like, would he still do the same thing and you're both just, like, trying to... Like, that would make it go a lot faster. Or, like, would the other person be on the side or behind him? Jeez, he's barely a fourth of the way done. Oh, this is bad. At least I haven't taken a hit from him yet. Kinda makes me want to try another couple long dodges. But I'm also like, I'm very worried about screwing this up and having to restart the whole thing. So it's like, do I want to keep being safe or do I want to be more aggressive and end up dying? Yeah, plus, if Mark dies, I wonder what happened. He won't... I think he wouldn't appear right away. Like, as soon as Chrissy restarted. I think he... Well, hey, Chaser, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. That was, I'd say, probably about a 4, maybe a 5. Not a big jump, but definitely a jump there. If he had the machete, I would not be attempting long dodges, but if he's got an axe or fists, I'm not terrible at them. You basically want to watch for him to stop right in front of you, and when he stops, that's when you want to try to do your dodge. That was too early. Okay, we're done with that. We'll see how much longer Mark can go without dying. I mean, I got like maybe 1 bar worth of damage done in exchange for Mark's life. Jeez, he's not even well, maybe he's halfway. Really want to get to that, because if you do like 4 bars and then then you die, Jason gets those, 4 hits before, because every bar is 5 hits with the rock. So if you do 4 and you don't get that full bar gone, he gets those 4 hits back. So if I'm gonna die, I want to make sure I'm doing it after getting rid of one of those full bars. So Chrissy has to do less damage herself. There we go, another bar down. 1, 2, 3, 4, Okay, good. I was worried, I'm like, am I gonna be able to itch my nose there? Then I realized I don't actually need to counterattack for a round. I can just hold the controller and dodge. So what I'm watching for here is for Jason to leave the corners. When he leaves the corner, that's when I start my first dodge, and then you do another one right away. And then you just kind of repeat until he's backing up. And when he's backing up, if you timed your dodge early enough, right as he's leaving that corner, you should have enough time to counterattack. But you have to wait until after your dodge is completely done. If you're not done dodging, your B input won't count. So that's what I'm looking for here, over and over and over. If I could get him down to like 4 bars, I could probably do a path fight to finish out the day. But then you also risk running into zombies or accidentally jumping and then having to restart the whole thing over again. Because the hand cramping is very real right now. Come on. There we go, another bar down. Looks like we're maybe 45 hits. Almost 3/4 of the way done. There we go. Yeah, that should be 40. You gotta start throwing these rocks, Mark. I don't know how much longer my hand's gonna be able to do this. So let's make it quick. $35 to go. No, Twitch, don't try to start an ad break now. Alright, gonna be risky here. I'm gonna try to snooze the upcoming ad break on Twitch here. Uh-oh. Snooze. Okay, ad snoozed for 5 minutes. Hopefully this is done by then. Let's see, I think this one's been going on for like 8 minutes now, maybe? Oh, geez, I'm missing. I want to see one of those other bars go away. That was close. Nope. Maybe I just missed it. Yeah, I must have just missed one of those bars going away. Okay, now we must be at 21. 20, there we go. Technically, if Mark died now, and I got into a path fight, I should be able to finish it out with mashing on a path fight. But then it's also, you run into too many zombies if Jason doesn't show up right when you leave. You're trying to get into position for the next one, and suddenly you're dead. Or if I lose my mash, which I'm very prone to doing. We're almost at 10. Ten hits to go. we go. 9. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Okay, 1 bar. We're all set. It's amazing how little I get hit when I'm not trying to do long dodges. As Mark is gonna die when he had 1 bar left. Because I had to open my mouth. There we go. Oh, that hurts. Ow. Yeah, Chrissy was just standing there in the other room being like, hey, what's going on here? I'm glad that's not me. I did enough work already.